Morning! I'm back. It's been a little while because I had some other side projects going on. I had to fix my 1998 Dodge Ram 2500 because it had some issues. I don't know if I mentioned that in any other videos, but it took me forever because I was trying to figure it out as I went. I wasn't really exactly sure what I was doing. I was just Googling stuff over here, looking on YouTube over there, trying it out because, of course, neither one of those matched what I had. So I was just kind of figuring it out as I went, and it took me a week to get the driver's side, hub assembly, steering knuckle, all that crap apart. And then it took me maybe an hour to get the right side off, the passenger side. And I noticed everything came off in one piece. And that kind of got me thinking, even though it was a pain in the butt at times, I still really liked doing it. And I was excited every day saying, you know what? Yesterday was a pain in the butt and I wanted to just burn the truck and say, screw it. But every day I would start out excited saying, hey, I'm going to get this done today. And so I kept going. And one of the things that really got on my nerves is every time I needed a tool, I'd come into the garage and I would have to step over everything that was in the way. I had like a little aisle, kind of a little path kind of carved through it from the door to my toolbox. But I've been working on some stuff lately. Well, it took me 2 weeks to get to this point because it was 2 weeks ago. I was getting sick and I thought, oh, it's nothing. It'll go away. And I was stuck in bed. My wife locked me in my room for pretty much 2 weeks straight. Wasn't allowed to leave my bed. And for the first week, I just sat there. I was like, you know what? This isn't getting any better. So I finally went to the doctor, and I had bronchitis and pneumonia. So got enough antibiotics and all that junk, and now I'm back. So here is what I have accomplished after about a day's worth of work. See, I don't know if you'd seen it in any other videos, but I had a dryer right here. I had tires stacked up right here that were used to be on the truck. Now they're over there. But all of this was just full of buckets and trash and truck parts and all of that. Now I can actually get to stuff because I built some shelves so I could put some stuff on some shelves. And then all this junk over here, hopefully it'll kind of disappear. The lawnmower right there needs to be fixed. That's on Craigslist, so that would be a big thing out of the way. So I'm slowly starting to redo my garage here. That way I can get to everything. I've got room to work. And slowly but surely I'm going to start collecting more tools. Because right now I've got this toolbox here. And I got a dang good deal on that on Craigslist. It was the box with everything in it for like $300. And this guy was an old-time mechanic, so he had a bunch of tools. There's some good tools in there. So I snagged that up, and it's what I've been using for all of my projects. But the problem is there's a bunch of multiples on everything. And like the wrenches had multiples, all the sockets had multiples. It's missing a bunch of stuff. So I'm slowly gathering new full sets so that I can get stuff done. And I really like tinkering with mechanics and cars and stuff, so I'm going to try to slowly get into that instead of taking my trucks and cars to the shop when it would be more convenient because my mechanic gets stuff done in a day. I drop it off, he calls me a few hours later, says, hey, it's done, and I don't have the headache. And usually stuff, when I do it, takes a lot longer because I don't exactly know what I'm doing. But I like to learn about it, and I'd like to gain more knowledge. And of course, who doesn't like getting new tools? So I'm going to slowly work my way into getting more tools. I'm going to try to redo this garage. I've got that shelf there. I'm going to try to put another shelf beside it. Maybe another shelf or two up in front of the workbench here that now is cleaned off so I can use it. Maybe some kind of shelves or something over on this wall. Maybe another workbench. I'm not sure yet. But hopefully I'll be able to do some more videos with showing you what I've gotten, the tools that I got, if they're if they're usable. I'm trying not to get some the cheap end tools, just Harbor Freight basically. I know I've heard a lot lately that they have stepped up their game and they've gotten more quality stuff, because I worked there 12, 13 years ago and everything in there was junk. Customers would come up and say, "What do you think about this? Is it worth the money?" I said, "It's not worth a dime. Don't buy it. Go down to Home Depot and buy theirs." And they would buy something, and then the very next day, or even that same day, they'd come back and say, "Hey, I need to return this. It broke the very first time I wanted to use it." I said, "That's what I told you. Go down to Home Depot and buy theirs." So I'm gonna try to get some, better quality tools. That way I can get stuff fixed up, worked on. I've got a few things in mind. Started out today fixing my wife's car. Had to go out and get a new oil pan. So that's first new tool is an oil pan, or a drain pan, whatever you want to call it. Eventually, I'm going to get a decent compressor, some air tools. I've got a diagnostic tool on the way. Ordered one of those today because I'm tired of having to drive to O'Reilly's or Advanced Auto to have them scan it and tell me what's wrong. So I got my own that's coming on the way. That way I can diagnose stuff myself and look at stuff and learn. It's always good to learn. So I'll try to keep y'all updated when I get something new installed or put in, or when I'm doing it. Who knows? Hopefully all of this will be transformed into a functional shop garage. So I'm gonna get back to what I was doing. Yeah, y'all be good.